Hey guys, Bits and Pieces is back again. Thanks so much for bearing with me. I was on vacation and unfortunately I got pretty sick right after that. I was really down for the count all of last week. Got some remnants of a cough now, but I got nothing done last week. No, barely any work. Didn't get any music done or anything like that. Did get a track done over the past weekend. I did post that a couple days ago, so check that out. No, and I figured what I can do for you tonight, just as a show of thanks, is I told myself I'd get some work done this evening. So, just follow along with me real quick and let's see what we can do together, okay? All right, let's get a new track going here. Let's go ahead and almost, hey, wait a minute. Wait, hero. Complete one more quest. Wait. Oh, wait, you gotta enter the dungeon one more time before you start your track. We have a SteamWorld to heist. Hurry, SteamWorld. Come on, one more trip on the death road to Canada. Son of a... Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't guilty of getting distracted before. I know I use video games as an example just because, I'm a nerd and everything, but this can really apply to just about anything in life. All these distractions. We've got Facebook, we've got YouTube, we've got your phone going off, giving you notifications every, minute or two, depending on how busy you are and if your work email's attached. You have all this other stuff that can just kind of get in the way of trying to get you going with your creative juices and trying to get those new tracks or whatever your hobby or, your passion might be. And that's really what inspired me to make this video tonight. Is I wanted to talk about these different distractions and what we can do and what I personally do to try to push those aside, especially when I committed an hour or 2 hours or however many hours of sitting down and trying to work on something. Even if I don't complete it, just to get that in there to say that I did it. It's very, very easy to get distracted. And it's really easy to start getting used to that and getting complacent in whatever it is that you're doing. So without further ado, I'd like to just kind of jump right in and let's kind of take a peek at different ideas and different distractions that can really be frustrating and how to overcome those. So one of the first things I like to do is clear my workspace. So in this case, really mostly talking about my desktop on my PC, but this could even be just wherever you might be working. Maybe your work area, your office is a little bit cluttered. So you just want to declutter all that stuff, kind of help clear your head and spark that creativity. So here I've got just this an example. Let's just say this is you or me or whatever. So obviously the first big problem I have is, all my browser's open, and not only do I have 4 tabs open, which is ridiculous to begin with, but it's all things that are going to draw me to want to look at it. Ooh. Oh, here's some memes and funny things that sometimes aren't even that funny. They just waste my time. Hey, look, more news that it's probably the same thing I read about 4 hours ago. It hasn't really changed too much. Oh, social media. Oh, and there's a notification, so I have to check that, right? I'm going to be more likely to check it. And of course, YouTube, watching those funny videos or whatever it is I look for, listen to that video game music. Well, if I'm working on my tracks and I'm setting time aside for myself, I don't need this open, so I'm going to close that. There's no need for me to be running a file explorer. Just kind of getting in the way. It's going to make me, again, trail off to look at pictures and things like that. And of course, I don't really need my media player open either right now because I'm not going to be listening to other music while I'm working on my track. So I like to clear that out, and that's really important. And really, I can honestly tell you, if you still think you're more likely to be distracted, here we have our good old internet connections just fine and dandy. Turn it off. I mean, really, if you have a way to disable it, take out your Ethernet cable, turn off your wireless temporarily, whatever it's going to take to get you to stay focused, by all means, do it. And that doesn't just go for your computer. It goes for your phone. Turn off your notifications there, put it on silent, and kind of put it away somewhere while you work on this so you're not getting super distracted. I think one of the most important things, even just for me, that I like to do is really finding what my prime time is, if that makes sense. Prime time is those times of the day where I know I'm going to be the most productive. So I really am more of a morning person. Granted, it takes me about 2 hours to get going, but I per, I tend to be more productive really early in the morning before work, and then usually right at nighttime, like right a little bit after work, after dinner, I start to be more productive in getting whatever it is I need to get done. In this case, work on my music. So you really want to find what time of the day or what times during the day are you least likely to be distracted and that you're most likely to get a lot of work done and be committed to doing it. Now, what about those mental distractions that really interrupt your creative flow? So, things like a bad day at work, or you got in a fight with your friend or significant other. Maybe you have an unexpected bill that you got in the mail and you now have to figure out how you're going to pay it and everything like that. It happens and it sucks, but it's really a matter of what you can do to clear your head and what you do to clear your head and kind of get back into that creative groove. I'd really love to see your comments on what your techniques are, because everybody has their own different ways of clearing their heads and things like that. I know for me, I'll listen to some music, couple tracks, couple of songs to kind of clear my head, something to relax me a little bit and get me back in. And if I still can't seem to focus, or if I don't think it's going to be a really productive night, I'll try to throw some sneakers on, go outside and get some fresh air, go on a brief walk, just something to help clear my head a little bit and see how I do from there. So those are just a couple more techniques. And, if you haven't tried those, try them out. Let me know what you think. Distractions aside, really one of the other important things to do is just to stay committed to whatever it is you're passionate about. It's really easy to get into the habit of, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week. All of a sudden, days, weeks, months go by, and all of a sudden you haven't touched a project, you haven't worked on anything that you were supposed to be working on, and it can be really difficult to get back into it. So, hopefully this video helps out and kind of gives you some ideas. And like I said before, I'd really love to get some feedback, hear some comments from you guys. Let me know what it is that you do when you're distracted and how you clear your minds and kind of get back into the groove if you're starting to have a rough time. But that's really all for tonight's video. And until next time, I hope you have a good one.